Hello, this is Daniel Sullivan, founder of Sullivan Solar Power. In 2021, Sullivan Solar Power ceased operations abruptly. At the end of 21, rumors, gossip, and stories began to circulate about myself and Sullivan Solar Power. The purpose of this video is to provide the truth about what actually happened. Before going any further, I must express my regret about what transpired with the company. I regret any adverse impact the closure of the company had on any Sullivan customer. There were 24 customers who were directly impacted by the closure of the company. When we are able, any customer who has not already been made whole will be. Next, I have to address the elephant in the room. I personally did not do what I was accused of. Full stop. Suffice to say, in order to put the issue behind me, I said and did what was necessary to bring the issue to closure. Most of my customers who know me instinctively knew this from the get-go. So let's get back to business. Let's get into what happened with the company. Sullivan Solar Power did not go out of business. Sullivan Solar Power was put out of business. As thousands of Sullivan customers know, Sullivan Solar Power was the leader in the industry for quality and support over a duration of approximately 20 years. From 2004 until 2019, Sullivan Solar Power was under my direct leadership and control. In 2020, however, things changed. I stepped back from the day-to-day operations of the company after I lost both my mother and my father in a 3-month period. I was in no condition to run the company and had a team of experienced managers who had been at the company for a very long time. This team assured me that everything was under control. It turns out they did have the company under their control and for their benefit and engaged in behavior that led to its demise. Periodically, I would check in and was consistently assured everything's fine. However, I began to notice that the numbers were not lining up. I knew my company, I knew its numbers. Something was off, and as time went on, it went from being suspicious to being obvious. Independently, I began to dig into the numbers and uncovered that an individual who was in charge of the management team had taken an ungodly amount of money in unauthorized payments over an 18-month period. It turns out this was just the tip of the iceberg. On October 12, 21, I fired the person in charge when it became abundantly clear there was an internal operation to embezzle from and defraud the company. In response, the balance of the management team quit in unison and encouraged the rank and file to do the same, and they did. It was at this juncture it became clear just how extensive this operation really was. Between October 12th and December 1st, the offices were burglarized no less than 12 times. All company tools, trucks, and computers were stolen. Of the 62 trucks that were in the Sullivan fleet, only 6 of them were recovered. This is what happened to Sullivan Solar Power. In the end, I entrusted the company operations with a group of people who believed they were entitled to take whatever they wanted from the company, and they did so. For that, I am sorry. So that's the past. That's the bad news. That can't be undone. So what's the solution? What's the good news? Well, I'm happy to report that in 2022, my family and I started Sullivan Power Inc. to support the Sullivan customers. We've assembled a team of top-notch professionals to support the customer fleet. So far, we've restored the operation of nearly 1,000 systems and done so at the lowest cost possible. If you're a Sullivan customer, I encourage you to go to www.sullivan-power.com, submit your information, and learn how we can support your household. Thank you for your time and attention. We will be in touch.